Let's take a look at this problem. We are given that a and b are real numbers such that a cubed minus 3a squared plus 5a minus 17 equals 0, while b cubed minus 3b squared plus 5b plus 11 equals 0. Find the value of a plus b. Before we move on, don't forget to give a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications. The two given equations are very similar. The cube term, square term, and linear term are exactly the same, except that the unknown is changed from a to b, but the constant is a little different. One is minus 17 and the other is 11. So if I want some symmetry among these two equations, is that I have to consider this function. Which is x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x. The first three terms is just taken from with reference to the first three terms of the two equations. And for the last term, the constant term would be minus 3. This is the average of the constants in the two equations. Then if I have this, I can say that f of a is equal to 14. Just add 14 on both sides and you'll see what's happening. Well, for the second equation, I can say equivalently f of b equals negative 14. So now we have to take a look at some properties of this function f. In fact, it can be factorized as the following. It actually contains a factor x minus 1. If we divide f of x by x minus 1, the quotient is x squared minus 2x plus 3. And I can further rewrite that as x minus 1 all squared plus 2. So in fact, f of x is equal to x minus 1 all cubed plus 2 times x minus 1. So I can actually rewrite the whole thing in terms of x minus 1. Hence, I can consider a new function, which is, I'll call it g of x, and that is f of x plus 1. And that is x plus 1 minus 1. It's just replacing every term inside f of x, replacing x by x plus 1. And so for each x minus 1, I'll get x instead. So x cubed plus 2x will be the simplified form for f of x plus 1. Now from this, the g of x has many interesting properties. Firstly, it's odd. Just by testing, just to test it, we can replace x by minus x, and we can see that g is odd. Next is that it's strictly increasing. If we take its derivative, we will have 3x squared plus 2, and we know x squared is non-negative, so it's at least 2, which means it's strictly positive. The derivative is strictly positive, and so g of x strictly increases as x increases. With these properties, we can go back to our given equations, which are f of a equals 14 and f of b equals minus 14. From the first one, we can rewrite that as g of a minus 1 is equal to 14. And for the second one, we can rewrite that as g of b minus 1 equals minus 14. Now since g is strictly increasing and odd, that means the output of this function is symmetric about x equals 0. And so for a minus 1, the output is 14, and for b minus 1 is the negative of the output of a minus 1. So from these two equations of g, we can conclude that actually a minus 1 is the negative of b minus 1. And so we can find the value of a plus b, which is a plus b is equal to 2. So this is the final answer. Please feel free to share your ideas in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you next time.